Hello, Jen. This is take 3 of the review of Braveheart. I have been having a bunch of technical difficulties. I don't think that cameras like me very much, but here we go. I would give Braveheart a 10 out of 10 stars, mostly for the sustainability of the story, not so much the plot, although I liked how it was an historical story. I didn't check and see how much of it was actually accurate, but I loved Scotland. I love the background. It makes me want to go there so badly. And I liked the characters. I liked how real they seemed. Really liked Stephen from Ireland. I thought he was a blast, and I wanted to see more of him. But the sustainability of the story was great. I have been thinking about William Wallace days after I watched this movie. I have been wondering how his motives changed so quickly. One moment he was not a fighter, and then the next he was, really adamantly, even through all the terrible and gross things that he had to see and do. I had two things that I wanted to share with you about this movie that I didn't really understand, or just that hit me pretty hard. One was, do Scotsmen ever take a bath? I was watching this movie with Eric, actually, because he knew that it was on your list, and it's also one of his favorite movies. But it was after one of their battles. They had blood all over them and just were dirty all the time, and they had that long hair, so everything gets in it. And I asked him, why don't they take time to wash all that off? And Eric said, well, it's probably because they're running from the Englishmen. And then in the very next scene, they were trekking through a river. Just stop what you're doing for a minute and wash this guy's blood off your face. Just makes sense to me. I guess it doesn't make sense to them. And the second thing was, and this is more, I'm kind of an annoying movie watcher sometimes. I think of things that people wouldn't really want to hear whenever they're watching a movie. So most of the time I just keep it to myself. This was one of those instances where I thought of something and I kept it to myself just because. It was after the Battle of the Stirling Bridge. It was supposed to be this heartwarming moment, maybe not heartwarming, but just a really wonderful moment. They'd won that battle against all odds because of the speech that he made and the Scotsmen working together and fighting the Englishmen. And they're standing on the battlefield still, and in amongst all the bodies of the Englishmen and some Scotsmen who had fallen, they had blood all over them, all over their faces, neck, clothing, hair, and they started to cheer. And it was supposed to be this wonderful moment of victory, but all I could think was, how can they not just be sick inside themselves, sick with themselves? After they had killed all of those people, why are they celebrating? I don't know, just nothing about war really makes sense to me, and seeing that on screen as opposed to just reading that or hearing about it made it different. Like, yeah, you killed more Englishmen than Englishmen killed you, but what does that really mean in the long run? And how does that scar you? And don't you feel a bit of remorse for being overjoyed that you just killed a bunch of people? It just seemed wrong to me. But I didn't want to ruin the moment, so kept it. But other than that, it was a really good movie. I would probably watch it again eventually. It was definitely a guy's movie, so I'd only watch it with people who liked it. I wouldn't watch it by myself. Yeah, but I would still give it a 10 out of 10 for the historical aspects and also how long it must have taken them to make it. All the detail that they put into it, the landscape and the costume and the acting, it was just really well put together. So I think that's all that I got. Until next time, bye.